Good afternoon. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. And apparently coughing too. So I'm Holly with Handcrafted Blessings, and we are going to look at some happy mail and make some projects. A project, I guess it's not multiple, and just generally have some fun here today. So while we're working on that, or as you're coming in, let's see what we got here. Get some comments so we can chat with each other as we go. So welcome to those of you who are coming in here to watch the video. I have something in my eye, so that's fun. All right. So happy Tuesday. I'm gonna get it together, I promise. All right, so we'll just stick this right here. Hi Vesta, hi Patricia. Welcome everybody who's coming in. It is a beautiful day and I'm happy to be with you here today. So today was also the beginning of Creative Cards Kickstart. So a free 3-day workshop that I'm offering with my business partner, Karen. And so hopefully you got to take part in day one today. There's still time. You can sign up and you haven't missed it. You can watch the replay of day one and then join us live for days 2 and 3 tomorrow and Thursday. So we're having a lot of fun over there and I hope you'll join us. So yeah. Yes, Kathy, I have colorful poop earrings today. The colors matched perfect with the shirt that I was wearing. So I thought that would be fun to do. All right, I'm going to open a whole bunch of happy mail. I went to my P.O. box to check the mail, and I was so excited to see all these cards from you guys. So I can't wait to show you a bunch of fun cards. So, okay, I just have to comment, though, on Corey, your post. I'm jealous. Can I come visit you, Corey? She says hello from a cooler Colorado. It's still so hot here. I want fall weather, you guys. So I'm in central Iowa and the leaves are starting to turn and even fall off the trees, but it's still like upper 80s. It's gross. I want fall weather. All right. So this first card comes from Michelle Olmos. So this is my chance to show off what you guys are making. Let me move over here. There you go. Because I love seeing what you're making and I want everyone else to see it too. So this fun card here from Michelle, that really cute little penguin. The next one is from Vesta, who's also from Colorado. And see if I can get it out of the envelope here. All right, so here's her card. And her note is on the inside. Okay, so this is actually bigger here. And then the embossed card base is a little bit smaller there. That's really cool. All right, our next card comes from Beth here in Iowa. And it says, "There's nothing little about the light you shine." And look at the little fireflies that she included there. So, very cute little night sky. Okay, this one is from Patricia Settle. And it says, oh, let me take the note out here. It says, hello. And it's a landscape Z-fold. See, I'll show you this way. So fun. Z-folds are just the best. I think I love Z-folds because they're such an easy way to make a fun fold and to kind of step up your card. And really almost any card can become a Z-fold just really easily. This one is from Joan Beard in Florida. And let's see if I can figure out which way is. Okay, here we go. So it says, hello there. And the background is embossed there. Oh. And she's got a note there. Oh, it's a little, it's a welcome to our new home gift. Very cute. Thank you, Joan. That's very sweet of you. She gave us a little gift card to help with our new home settling in. Okay, next is from Denise here in Iowa. And, oh, hers is an envelope inside of an envelope. Let me get this open. Says, congratulations. And you can see the leaf embossing there in the background. And then it says, "You've come so far and accomplished so much." What a gorgeous card. I love the color. So it's cherry cobbler and vanilla. Beautiful color combination. All right, next we've got one from Dawn Michaels in Minnesota, using the Humble Home set from Our House. I can read. From Our House to Yours, Be Merry. And that, you can see here, there's a, if I take the backing away, it's just this panel here in the middle. So the vanilla that you're seeing is actually on the inside of the card. Oh, thank you, Corey. That's really great. I love Colorado. It's such a great place. It's one of my favorite places that I've lived. And then the last one is from Kim Glover in Minnesota. Oh, what a cute little Halloween card. This ghost set is just adorable. I love it. So that's a super cute card. Well, thank you guys for sending happy mail. I love seeing what you're working on and getting to show it to other people. So thank you for that. And I'll set those over here. And then I am going to put my camera down so we can move on to the next thing. Now, one thing I want to make sure you saw that I posted earlier today is that tomorrow, September 18th, is free shipping. So Wednesday, September 18th is free shipping day, and it's free shipping on any orders over $75. And then I'm also going to be sending a pack of embellishments to everyone who orders from my online store tomorrow. So that is tomorrow, Wednesday the 18th. And then this is also your last week to get the September Christmas card kits. So I wanted to show you those. This Christmas card kit, you're going to get half cherry cobbler and half pretty peacock. So you're actually going to get 12 cards in this kit instead of 11. And then the other one uses the Sentimental Christmas paper and has this fun little die cut here. So the point of the Christmas card kits of the month is to give you the supplies to quickly multiply your Christmas cards. So each kit you end up making 11 cards. I send you supplies for 10, and then I also give you a sample for you to copy. So it's just a quick and easy way for you to have a lot of Christmas cards without scrambling at the end of November to all of a sudden make all the cards that you need. So last week to get the September kits. And then I'll still have kits in October and November as well. All right, so today we're going to use Love and Strength stamp set. And I'm going to use a couple of new paper packs that just came out in the scrapbooking brochure. So these two paper packs, let me move these. Oops, I'm just going to knock these all over. Okay, I'm going to move these stamps here for a second. And the ink, there we go. Okay, so the first paper pack is called Sweet Days of Autumn. And this was in the scrapbooking brochure that just came out. So I'm going to grab, I think I still have all the patterns here. Yes, so there are 3 different sheets. And you get, I believe it's 4 of each one. So we've got our early espresso here, and let me turn that right side up. We got some trees on the background. Then we've got the old olive, also with kind of some tree, shrub, branch type things on the back. Got these adorable animals, and also the trees on the back. So that is, what did I just say this was? Sweet Days of Autumn. And then there's also a new thing that Stampin' Up! Has come out with now, and it is called Two-Tone Cardstock. So if you came over from Close to My Heart, you're probably familiar with two-tone cardstock. I was not. I had never heard of this stuff before. So here, let me pull out the Cajun Craze. So this autumn two-tone cardstock, what it is it is a darker color on one side and a lighter version of the same color on the other side. So I'm going to hold this up here so you can see the Cajun Craze. We have a darker and lighter version of each one. So this particular pack comes with Petal Pink, which I can kind of fold over right here. There's also Early Espresso. Pull this out here. Oops. So we got Early Espresso here. I'll just fold these so you can see the difference between the two shades of Early Espresso. And then I'm going to show you the green when we make our card. So that's Old Olive. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I think here's another one. I think this is, oh, this should be Pecan Pie, I believe. See if I can get it out here. So here we go. We've got the light and dark of that one as well. So now one thing you might be wondering is how does that compare to the actual cardstock? So let me show you. This is, let me just double check. This is, make sure I've got my, yes, it's Pecan Pie. Okay, so let me find, here's Pecan Pie. And we'll do Early Espresso too. Okay, I'll just put one at a time here. So here is Pecan Pie. So here is the actual cardstock color. So I would say it's pretty close to the darker side. It's not quite exact, but it's pretty close to the darker side of the two-tone. And then if I just, let's see here, so we can flip this over. So now we can see the lighter version. So that's kind of the shades that you get when you've got the cardstock and then the two-tone paper as well. So then we can do the same thing, just because I've got two colors here. So we'll go ahead and look at the Early Espresso. Let me separate this. So here's Early Espresso. Again, I would say it's just slightly lighter than the darker side of the two-tone cardstock. And then we turn it over, and now you can see all three shades here together. So there's kind of just a good comparison for you of all the colors. So two-tone cardstock, the other thing to know about that is it is a white center core. So when you go to cut our regular cardstock, you know, it is solid all the way through. So you don't see, it's the same color all the way through the cardstock. When you cut this one, it is going to be white here on the edge. So just know that. And then what I was doing here was actually kind of sanding away the top layer. So let me grab this again. Just want to show this sample. So what I was doing was I was using a sand eraser, and I was actually just going over the top of this paper, and you can actually kind of wear off some of the color and get down to that white core. And now you have an even lighter color that you can work with. So it really opens up some possibilities for you in different shades of these colors. So I'm in love with this two-tone cardstock. I think it's wonderful. All right, so we're going to use the two-tone cardstock, and we're going to use the Sweet Days of Autumn Designer Series paper, and we're going to make a card. So I told you that I was going to show you the Old Olive when we make a card. And here's the Old Olive, and there's the lighter side right there. So I'm going to be using this for my card base. So the first thing that I'm going to do, now I should also tell you, the weight of this paper is lighter than our regular cardstock. So it's not quite as thick as our regular. But I think it was designed for use with scrapbooking pages, which don't necessarily need a heavier weight cardstock, but it still works great for card making. So we're going to cut our paper to be 5.5 by 7 1/4. So 5.5 by 7 1/4. Okay, so we've got 5.5 by 7 1/4, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Oops. There we go. So I've got 5.5 by 7 1/4, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So when let me go ahead and fold my card base here. Now you can see those two colors really well right next to each other. Okay, so next we will need this section we just cut off. We're going to cut this to 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So let's see here, which way do I got to do this? Okay, so we'll do 5 1/4, and then 2 3/4. There we go. So there's that piece. And next we need 2 pieces of designer series paper. So the first one we're going to do is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I think this is already, yeah, this is already 1 1/4. So 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm using the trees there with the early espresso trees. And then with my animal paper, I need to cut this to 2 5/8 by 5 1/8. So let's see here, 2 5/8. Trying to see what that's going to give me. No, I think I want to do it this way. I really want this guy on my card, so we're going to cut it this way. All right, so there's 2 5/8, and then we're going to do 5 1/8. So this one I might, let's see here, trying to decide which way I want to keep the animals. I really kind of want to keep that owl, so I'm gonna just cut off right here by this owl. Let's see here, can I get it down to 5 1/8? Oh, I have to choose between the owl or the, what is that, a hedgehog? Okay, I'm gonna keep the hedgehog. So 5 1/8 here. I just have to lose the owl. Okay, so this measurement was 2 5/8 by, sorry, let me try that again. 2 5/8 by 5 1/8. Whew. I don't work in 1/8 in 1/8 inch measurements very often. I think they're a tongue twister to say. Okay, so we will start by putting our designer series paper on our two-tone cardstock, but you have to make a decision. So you have to decide if you want the darker side on the outside of your card or if you want the lighter side. I'm going to do the darker side on the outside of the card, which means I'm going to layer the lighter shade right here on top of it, okay? So what it means I have with just using one sheet of paper, I have multiple shades of color that I can use on my card. It ultimately simplifies your crafting. Okay, now on the bottom of this panel, I'm going to take some pecan pie center stripe ribbon, and we're going to be putting it across here. So I'll just chop that off. And we're going to wind that around the back of this layer. And then I'm going to tape that down to that front panel on my card. And so now I've got that, I've got the two tones there. So I've got actually light, dark, light right now, but we're gonna finish the inside of our card. So for the inside of my card, I'm gonna take that 1 1/4 inch strip, and I'm gonna take a piece of Very Vanilla that measures 4 by 5 1/4. Now I keep mats this size already pre-cut in a container next to me. So you will rarely see me cutting a mat like this because I keep large batches of them already cut right next to me. Okay, I am going to tape this down. We're gonna call it brave because I actually need to stamp right here. But if I mess up my stamping, I can always peel up the designer series paper. If you don't trust yourself to stamp right here, just lay your paper on the vanilla. You don't have to tape it down, just lay it there so that you can kind of center your stamp right here. So I'm gonna use Early Espresso. And I've got a random tag from my collection. We're going to start with a stamp that says, "It's okay if all you did today was breathe." Just letting somebody know that you understand and you're there for them. So on the inside, we'll put "Sharing love and strength this season." And then also, "I am here for you." Now I could have put these on the same block, but actually "I am here for you" was an afterthought when I was making my card sample. And so that's why they're on two different blocks. But I could have totally blocked those together and just done one stamping. And I never showed you the sample card. Well, we'll get there. I'll just show you the sample after we're done with this version. Okay, so now I can tape this vanilla on the inside of my card. And part of what this insert does, obviously you could write on this piece of paper. It's not a very dark color, so you could definitely write your message. But this is, like I told you, this is a thinner cardstock. So I just kind of want to shore it up, thicken it to be a little bit more sturdy as a card. So I want to add an inside layer. And that's what I'm doing here with this vanilla and designer series paper. Okay? So now we've got that on there. And then I am going to take this, before I do that, I'm actually going to cut off a piece of this ribbon. And I'm going to put it underneath here, and I'm just going to tie a knot. Just like so. Move it over just a little bit. And then I'm going to cut off the ends so that it's not sticking off my card. There we go. And then cut this side as well. There we go. Now, if you're worried about your knot staying in place or staying tied, especially if you're using a satiny type ribbon, you could put a glue dot right underneath the knot just to keep it in place. But I'm not too worried about it with this particular card. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some dimensionals to put this here. But I want to make sure I don't tape my flap closed. So I'm actually just going to turn over my die cut and drop some stuff on the floor while I'm finding my dimensionals. So I can put these two dimensionals over here on the side, knowing that it's going to be safe to have them there, because I can just flip this back over and put my die cut down. Okay. Oops, I stuck the ribbon down just a little bit. There we go. All right, now last but not least, I want to use the Pecan Pie and Clear ribboned dots. And I'm just going to take a couple of the Pecan Pie ones. I'm going to use the larger size. And I'm going to put a couple of them here on the tag. And then I'm going to use a smaller one. We're going to stick it up here so that I have my uneven number of embellishments. And so here we have our card. It's okay if all you did today was breathe. Sharing love and strength this season, I am here for you. And my sample card, I actually did a little bit different. So on this one, I still used the animal print paper, but I combined it with the Cajun Craze branches. And I've centered my tag here. But same stamping, same layout, just made a few changes. And I changed 3 things. For those of you who are on Kickstart this morning, you know what I'm talking about. I just changed 3 things. But this one also uses the Cajun Craze two-tone cardstock. So you can maybe, if I hold it up closer here, you can see how it's lighter and darker there on the 2 layers. And then here we're using the Old Olive two-tone cardstock. So just keep in mind the two-tone cardstock is good not just for scrapbooking, but it's also good for our card making. You can make the bases, you could just do layers with it, all sorts of options that you can use that two-tone cardstock for. So I'm a huge fan, and eventually we're going to have all of our 40 colors in the two-tone. I can't wait for it. So that's going to be awesome. All right, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in to Coffee and a Card today. Don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.